Hello, I'm Kalani White, and we're going to be discussing this trash song that Dani Leigh just put out. So, Dani Leigh decided to make this dumbass song, and it's getting her dragged all through social media, as they should. Take a listen.
Yellow bonus, what he wants, what he want. Yellow bonus, what he want, what he wants, what he want. Para Miguel se lo want, para Miguel what I want. Bello, yellow, what he want, what he want.
So first I'm gonna rip into the song, and then I'll lightly touch on how this perpetuates colorism. The song is outright terrible. Whoever mixed and mastered this needs to be fired immediately. And if Dani Leigh still sounds like that after someone has tried to auto-engineer her vocals to sound better, I'm gonna need her to take a few singing lessons, just a few. I want to get on Dani Leigh's ass for a minute. The way this was all handled by her and or her team was all around poor. I will be putting some of her tweets up on screen, pause to read them. But the one I really want to discuss is the one where she says, "Why can't I make a song for my light-skinned baddies?" There are hundreds of songs that uplift light-skinned women as well as racially ambiguous women. Though all sang by men, I honestly cannot think of more than, maybe two songs that uplift other skin tones within the Black community. One being Pop Smoke's Hello and Brown Skin Girl by Beyonce. What makes Dani Leigh's song and Beyonce's song so different is even though Beyonce is a light-skinned woman, she goes out of her way to praise brown and dark-skinned women. She says, and I quote, "pretty like Lupita," and Lupita Nyong'o was actually bashed by some random baller, unprovoked, just because she was considered too dark. Mind you, this Dusty did not see a single problem with what he said until BLM was trending. Dani's song is uplifting to light-skinned women through the male gaze, while Beyonce's song makes very minimal mention of men in general. Any song that is going to preach female empowerment nowadays shouldn't be done through the male gaze, especially since we have girls like Meg Thee Stallion out, for example. The reason her music was so shocking in the beginning is because we have so many female rappers talking about sex through the male gaze. Now we have women coming out talking about having sex and what they actually get out of it. Anyways, back to Dani. She might have deactivated her Twitter, but she is still very active on Instagram, and she actually reposted a snippet of The Breakfast Club talking about her song. And if you notice, it's captioned period. So that's a little sus to me. And she's acting like Charlemagne knows something about colorism and how it affects dark-skinned women, because the entire time he's really downplaying the song and just going on about how the song is in generally terrible. Honestly, I feel like not a lot of Black men are having the colorism conversation in general and how it affects them or even Black women. But it was really shocking because when Doja, despite there being no confirmation, rumors were flying around that she wasn't interested in Black men seem to have a lot to say. So the streets are saying that Dani Leigh is not Black. She clearly identifies as Dominican, especially looking at her parents. But if this non-Black woman is trying to make an apology to Black people, someone please tell me why she is making an apology in box braids, quickly.
I definitely feel super misunderstood, and my song Yellow Bone is what he want. I think people twisted it into thinking like I'm trying to bash another woman, another skin tone. Like, that was never my intention. I wasn't brought up like that. I never looked at my skin as a privilege. I never looked at me as I'm better than somebody because of my skin tone. Nah, like, I see brown skin women flaunt their skin all the time in music. Like, why can't I talk about mine? If you look at me, I'm light skinned, I'm a yellow bone. In my opinion, that's just what I am. So it's like, it wasn't something that I looked at so deeply, which I can see why people will take it deeply. So I understand, and I'm sorry that I wasn't sensitive to the topic when I wrote my comment, like, why are you guys taking it so personal? Because it can be a personal thing to certain people because colorism is a real thing. So I do get it, but I'm not that. I'm not a colorist. I'm not a racist. I date a whole chocolate man.
I'm sorry, but what kind of excuse is that? Oh my gosh, that is so played out. Next.
I have beautiful dark-skinned friends. Like,
Dani, that is not helping your case in any way, shape, or form. You're making it too easy.
and skin isn't something I even see. Like, it's not something that I look at. Like, you know, so yeah, I don't live for the internet. Because people don't know me. So that's why I thought it was important to speak on it because you don't know me. It's like, let me tell you guys what I meant by this. So hopefully you guys can watch this with a open heart, a genuine mind, and just, you know, try to get past it. I'm sorry. Again, if I offended people who are truly offended, I am sorry. And yeah, I'm gonna just keep grinding, keep doing me, keep posting me, and yeah, I hope everybody has a great Sunday.
This song seems like a clear jab at DaBaby's last girlfriend. I think her name is Mimi or Nini, something like that. But I believe she really thinks that her light skin is what he wants. That is why she, in her mind, has won DaBaby over finally. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if DaBaby went flying back to his baby mom's. Now, I would like to briefly touch on colorism in Hollywood. It's not hard for me to find it because it's everywhere. Literally in Wreck-It Ralph, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Tiana, our only black princess, was actually, her skin was lightened, her nose slimmed down, and she had a less coily hair texture. Disney got so much backlash that they went in and changed it. Let's not forget all of the love interests in just about any black sitcom is a light-skinned black woman. Let's touch on colorism in dating for a brief second. It's black women are the least married off group. However, if you are light-skinned, you are, I believe, 12% more likely to get married compared to their darker skin counterparts. So yes, Dani Leigh, your skin is always going to be a privilege.